In this video, I'm going to be going over how to tell if a listing sells on Walmart, even if there are no reviews on the listing. Hey, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Noah, and I'm a 7-figure Walmart seller. Before we get into the video, I just want to quickly mention that I created a free course that goes over how to sell on Walmart step by step, and that's linked down below. So one of the things that makes it challenging to sell on Walmart is that there's not a lot of data that tells us as sellers if a listing is selling and how many units we should buy. The only thing that you can do is look for indicators to know if it's selling, and you can also go ahead and you can test buy. But how do you know if a listing is selling if there are no indicators such as reviews or badges or anything like that? So taking a look at this listing, for example, we can see that this is a pretty well built out listing. However, there are no reviews on this listing. So let's say we can source this for a good price. It would be profitable. How do we know how many to buy? And how do we know that it actually sells? So for listings that have no reviews, I go by this simple checklist to determine if it's selling. The first thing that I look at is how new is the listing, or what is the age of the listing. If something's been on Walmart for 2 or 3 years and there are still no reviews, that's probably an indicator that it's a slower seller. However, if it's been on the platform for only 30 days and there are no reviews, that is actually pretty reasonable. There are a couple of different ways that you can see the age of a listing. One of the things that I like to do to see the age of the listing very quickly is by using Sellify. And now Sellify is a game changer when it comes to just product research on Walmart. Is you can come down right here and you'll see it has the lowest price history. So you can go back and you can see how long the Walmart listing has been created by clicking on all. So we can see that this listing has been up 162 days. The next thing I look at is I look to see what type of item it is. And then I look to see, does this item fall outside of the normal sales cycle, or is this something that has limited demand, such as a holiday item like for Halloween, or if it's a toy, so it would sell better in Christmas, or maybe it's related to a movie or something that's happening right now. So these are all things that you just need to gauge for the item to see maybe this was actually created very recently and this is something with limited demand and that demand is going to go away very soon. Or if I buy it right now, I would have to wait a whole year just to go ahead and sell it. So looking at our example listing, we can see very clearly that this is a toy. It's an action figure. So this probably does better around the holiday season. And then we see it's Masters of the Universe Origins action figure. Now I don't really know this, but what I can do with Sellify is I can just search Google, and then that's going to open it up, and I can go ahead and I can look at the item on Amazon. So let's take a look there, as well as I can also go ahead and I can look online to see if this is part of a movie or what this action figure is part of. So taking a look at the Keep a chart on Amazon, I see that this listing sold pretty well in the month of April, and then it went ahead and there was actually no inventory on this listing. And then someone came into stock around August, and now it's selling pretty well on Amazon. It's selling at roughly about 100 units or 200 units a month. And that actually kind of lines up with what we saw on Walmart. That listing is roughly 162 days old, and it looks to correlate kind of with the Amazon listing to where demand is now starting to pick up on Amazon. So the next thing that I look for is I look to see the number of sellers on a listing. The more sellers on a listing doesn't always mean that it's going to be a good seller, but typically if more sellers are willing to bet on this item, then it's a good indicator that it sells. And you can also go ahead, and the next point is you can see how many units each seller has. So this is good for 2 reasons. The first is that you can see if a lot of the sellers have a large amount of units. So this means that they are actually committing to this product and they are betting that this is a good seller, or they've already confirmed that it's a good seller, and this is a good way that you can confirm it for yourself. Next, it also shows you that you can sell it, and it would also allow you to tell if it's going to actually be hard to sell out if it is a bad buy. So let's say you're looking at that toy item that we were looking at, and there are 10 sellers with 200 units each. I probably wouldn't go too heavy on that because those sellers are also going to want to liquidate their inventory and they want to sell through theirs, and it's going to be hard to compete with. The next thing that I look at is I look for indicators that the sellers on the listing are actually good sellers, meaning that they are seasoned sellers. There's proof that they have velocity on their account as well as they know what they're doing. So the couple of things that you can look for is you can look to see if they are WFS, as well as you can look to see if they have a pro seller badge. So coming back to our example here, we could take a look at the Walmart buy box over here, or we can just quickly look at it on Sellify. Now Sellify shows us that there are 6 offers. Now you'll see that one of them has 265 units, so that's a lot, as opposed to some of them just have 1, or 7. So these smaller sellers are probably just testing it. We can also go ahead and we can see what they are fulfilling it as. So they're doing fulfilled by merchant, so none of them are doing it WFS, and none of them are a pro seller. So that means that not a lot of these sellers are either having good metrics on their account, and we also can't confirm that they're having velocity on their account. We could take a look at their reviews. So we see that this seller has 30 reviews, and if we open up the rest of them, we can see how many reviews they have. So let's click on this seller right here, and you can open up all of them for listings that you're looking at. And we see that this one has 390. So these are larger sellers and they are getting a lot of traction on their account. And we can see that these are seasoned sellers and they know how to take risks, or they're willing to take risks on these products. Lastly, I look at the price history as well as the buy box history on a listing, and this will allow me to see if the pricing is stable or if it's going up and down, or even if it's rising and there's room for more profit there. And I can also go ahead and see if the buy box rotates between multiple sellers. So that listing that we looked at had 6 sellers. On that listing, if we jumped on, we would be the 7th. I want to make sure that if I go ahead and I jump on there, that I'm going to be able to get sales. The last thing that I do that we already kind of did for this listing is I check on Amazon or eBay to see if there's outside demand. Lastly, once you've confirmed all of this, you can go ahead and you can test a few units. So let's quickly take a look at some example listings so that we can go ahead and determine if it's worth testing or if it's not. So first, let's just quickly go through the listing that we were already looking at. Looking at the listing quality, it has a lot of photos, it seems to have a good title, it has about this item, it has bullet points, and this is actually a pretty well built out listing. Coming back, let's just assume that our profit margin was solid enough. We can take a look at the price history. So we know that this listing was listed in May, and then it immediately dropped to $17.89, and then it went back up to $49.99. So this would lead me to believe that Walmart was on the listing at one point. And then if we come down right here, we'll see that the price is holding pretty steady at $48.99. Coming down to the sellers, I see that there are a decent amount of sellers on this listing. So the buy box right now is held by a seller with a quantity of 25. And then also we see that there's a seller right here with 265 units. So either these sellers are just testing this product with a large amount of units, or these two sellers have already confirmed that this is a good seller, or maybe they bought them for Amazon and now they're just trying to also sell them in Walmart. So it's kind of just guesswork at this point. But if I see a lot of sellers with a lot of units, that is a good indicator that this is a good seller. Lastly, I use a tool called DataSpark to look at the buy box history of this listing, and this will tell me that if Walmart is on the listing, as well as it'll show me that the buy box is being shared among multiple sellers. So if I look at the listing, I can see that over all time, Walmart actually was on this listing, and that's kind of what I assumed before. But ever since Walmart has hopped off, a lot of sellers have actually jumped on. So based off of all this information, I can sort of determine that this is probably a decent seller. This unit probably does sell, even though no one has left a review for it. So I would actually be willing to test a few units. My tests are never large. I probably start out between 3 to 5 units, depending on how many units other people have. So this seller right here has 25, 7, and 265. So because of that, I would only really stick to the 3 to 5 unit range. And if it does sell more, or if I sell out, I can always go ahead and buy more. Lastly, I just want to go ahead and show a couple of seasonal items where there are no reviews, but you can clearly see that this is a good seller. So here, this one has the bestseller badge, and you can also Google this item. It's a very popular item right now, and I know that football or soccer, depending on where you're from, then is a very popular sport, so a lot of people are buying this item. You can also go ahead and you can take a look at the sellers. So this one only has one seller, but this person has 356 items. So this is a well-stocked item, and they're probably selling a lot of them. Now, this seller looks to be from China, so I'm not sure if this is a legitimate item. So I would go ahead and I would just double check to make sure that they're not selling counterfeits, which is an issue on Walmart. But this is an indicator that this listing, even though it has no reviews, it is a good seller. Same thing with this Taylor Swift advent calendar. So again, it's under the wrong brand, so that would be something that I would double check. But if you look at it, you'll see that it's a bestseller and it has no ratings yet. So again, this would be something that I would probably sell if it was actually the correct brand and if it was a legitimate item. But this is just, again, how you look to see if a listing is selling, even though there are no reviews. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to go ahead and check out the links down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.